Have you ever held a dream so close to your heart, yet kept it hidden because the fear of failing felt stronger than the desire to try? This is the powerful journey of a young man who discovered that the greatest battles are not fought in the world but within our own minds. A journey that proves one simple truth: fear can whisper, but it can't win unless you let it. Here is the story of a man who learned to rise, not because he stopped being afraid, but because he finally chose to move despite the fear. Daniel always believed fear of failure was something people eventually outgrew, but for him, it only got louder with age. At 27, a talented graphic designer with quiet dreams and a loud inner critic, he lived each day in a tug-of-war between what he wanted and what he feared. Every morning, he passed a large advertisement board near his house, a space calling for creatives to submit their designs. Every morning, he whispered "tomorrow" and kept walking. He wasn't untalented. Everyone at his workplace admired his skill and imagination, but when big opportunities appeared, his confidence melted. His mind fed him the same lines every time. What if people laugh at your work? What if you're not good enough? What if you fail in front of everyone? So, he stayed safe. He hid behind simple projects, avoided risks, and watched others rise while he remained stuck in place. One night, while scrolling through his phone, he stumbled upon a huge announcement: a national creative challenge. The winner would receive 5 million naira and a mentorship deal with a top agency. His heart thumped. This was the kind of opportunity he dreamed about. But fear rose instantly, like a shadow saying, "Don't even think about it. You will embarrass yourself." He locked his phone and went to bed, heart heavy with regret. Days later, he visited his grandmother. She observed him quietly, then asked, "Daniel, your eyes used to shine when you talked about your dreams. What happened?" He had no answer. She held his hand gently and said, "My son, failure is not the enemy. Fear is. Failure teaches you. Fear steals from you. If you let fear win, every dream you have will die before it's born." Her words shook something inside him. That night, Daniel realized he wasn't truly afraid of failing, he was afraid of people seeing him fail. The next morning, he opened his laptop, stared at a blank design canvas, and whispered, "I will try." His hands trembled. Confidence did not appear magically, but he pushed through the discomfort. He designed, deleted, redesigned, doubted himself, and tried again. Every small step felt like climbing uphill, but he kept going. He began answering the negative thoughts with new ones: "I'm trying, I can learn, I will improve." A week later, he gathered the courage to submit his design. When he clicked send, his heart pounded like it wanted to escape his chest. But for the first time, he felt a quiet strength. He had acted despite his fear. Days passed with no response. Daniel doubted himself again and again. Maybe his work wasn't good enough. Maybe everyone else did better. Maybe fear had been right. But somewhere inside, a new voice whispered, "You already won the moment you tried." He held on to that. Then, on a Wednesday morning, as he walked to work, his phone rang. "Hello. Is this Daniel?" "Yes. Congratulations. You are one of our top 5 finalists." He froze. For a moment, he couldn't breathe. Then tears welled in his eyes. Not because he had won, but because he had proof that he was capable all along. The finalists were required to present their designs to a panel of judges. As the day approached, fear returned sharply. But this time, Daniel spoke back to it. "You can come with me, but you will not control me." With shaky hands but determined steps, he entered the presentation room. He spoke about his design, his inspiration, and process. He wasn't perfect. He stumbled over some words. But he spoke honestly and passionately. The judges clapped with genuine appreciation. Hours later, they announced the winner. It was Daniel. He stood there shocked, tears running down his face. His grandmother's words echoed in his mind. During the award speech, he gathered himself and said, "For years, I let fear stop me. But fear didn't leave. I just decided to move anyway." Courage is not the absence of fear, it's acting despite it. Life changed for Daniel after that day. More opportunities opened up. His confidence slowly grew. But the real victory wasn't the award or the 5 million naira or the recognition. The real victory was over the voice that once told him he wasn't enough. Because once you confront the fear of failure, everything else becomes possible. Please don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs this message, and subscribe to the channel for more empowering and uplifting stories that can motivate your day. Your support helps us continue creating meaningful content that changes lives one small step at a time.